Eco9 is sponsored by your Washington area Toyota dealers.
Eco9 is part of our commitment to covering issues related to the environment. And tonight we wanted to talk about something we've done a lot of reporting on: the constant flooding at the Tidal Basin caused by climate change and failing infrastructure.
Well, tonight we have some good news to share. Just a few hours ago, work began on a new project to protect that area from future floods. Meteorologist Caitlin McGrath is live at the Tidal Basin. And Caitlin, this really has been a long time in the making.
It really has, you guys. For years, we have seen the impacts of that flooding that occurs twice a day, every day along parts of the Tidal Basin. It has damaged dozens of our iconic cherry trees. It's threatened our historic monuments, but change is finally underway. Reconstruction of the seawalls around the Tidal Basin is officially underway. The $113 million in funding for the rehabilitation of the seawalls around the Tidal Basin and West Potomac Park wasn't easy to come by.
The passing of the Great American Outdoors Act in 2020 was truly a game changer for the National Park Service. While we've seen some funding over the last 100 years, this funding has probably been the most impactful. We're putting $1.3 billion in the ground over a 5-year period to ensure that we are actually making places more resilient and more welcoming for our visitors, both Americans and our international visitors.
Since the seawall was originally constructed in the late 1800s, it has sunk about 5 feet because it wasn't originally secured to bedrock. But these massive pilings will be drilled 90 to 110 feet into the Tidal Basin to ensure they won't sink again. The engineers who designed the reconstruction are also accounting for rising sea levels.
The structural design that has been built into what we're constructing will allow for the walls to be raised an additional 4 feet in the future as needed.
For the next few years, you will notice occasional barriers and screens along the Tidal Basin, but the work will be done in phases, so there is still plenty of historic scenery to enjoy.
We're asking the American public to be patient with us as this construction goes on, but as you can see today, we are working very, very hard to keep most of the construction from out of sight and also to ensure that the pathways and bikeways are still open and used for the general enjoyment of the American people.
And I also want to point out that the new seawall still will follow the historic alignment. It's just going to be wider and more resilient for everyone to enjoy for years to come. Live at the Tidal Basin, I'm meteorologist Caitlin McGrath, WUSA 9.
Put the work in now, right? We're patient,
Yes.
and then we reap the rewards.
I know. We're looking forward to a finished product that is done safely and properly. Caitlin, thank you so much.